Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And there is the Princess of Cups. Very interesting. Very, very cool. Let's see what this might be revealing to us. Is there perhaps a new person coming into your life? There's something new going on. That is for sure. Let's see. I think it's going to be a little bit unexpected. Let's do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is the card that we're going to select randomly. We're going to be using the Smith-Waite Tarot. We're not going to look at this until the very end. We'll put our frog on top, park him right over there. And hopefully that card will tie everything together at the end of the reading, right? Just give us that kind of the confirmation that we need, you know. So let's look around here because I'm seeing only this Hanged Man as the major arcana. We've got some air. We've got some water. We've got some earth and fire. We've got some earth, some water, and some more fire over here. So it does seem fairly balanced. There's something new. There's something going on with this Princess of Cups. This is kind of saying like you're considering dipping your toe into some new water, right? I think you're considering something that is a little bit, not frightening, a little bit not worrisome. It's a little bit new. It's a little bit, well, cold, maybe hot. We're not really sure. We're not sure how we like it yet. We're not sure how it's making us feel, right? We've got this water energy. We're putting our toe in the water. We're not sure if we like the temperature yet. We don't really know what to make of it. We see this also surrounded by this air here. So this is us kind of not knowing how we feel about something. We're thinking about trying something new. We're not sure if we really like it. Yeah. Could be something simple. Could be just like a new food or something, right? Trying a new restaurant. I think it's more than that. I think that this has something to do either with a relationship or taking a relationship to a new level. Maybe moving in with somebody. Maybe starting something serious with someone and we're not really quite sure how we feel about it, about them, about this future, about what it means, right? So I think there's a lot to consider. I think what we're feeling is that we would kind of have to give up certain things in order to move forward, right? Let's look at the path of the dove here. We've got, first of all, we have this 4. This 4 of Wands here is telling me that maybe this decision is going to close out a previous cycle of your life and begin something new. Yeah. So this is kind of feels like this is a good way for you to manifest your will. I think it's something that you ultimately want, but we're just not sure. Princess of Cups, we're not sure how we feel about it right now. We're not sure if we like the temperature of this water. Then underneath we do have water. We have the Hanged Man. We have either a deep dive into what we really want, what we really think. Is there something that's hidden from ourselves that we need to discover? Do we need to look at this situation in a different way and realize that there's a lot more going on? Or is this saying that, look, we have to give something up. We have to sacrifice maybe something that we're clinging to in order to have this new life in front of us, this Ace of Pentacles. okay? There's some confusion. There's some doubt. There are some concerns. Let's say that, okay? But first, let's talk about the fire energy, because we have fire right here that's kind of out of place. Okay, we have air, we have earth, and we have this water energy. And we've got the fire that's kind of sitting right on top of this water. This is almost saying that the way we overcome this Princess of Cups, this kind of nervousness about trying this uncertainty of how we feel, the dipping the toe and then not sure kind of to keep going, or if we pull our foot back, you know. The way to overcome that is by this Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands is one of those cards, very creative card, but it's a very temporary card. This is saying, look, you can create this thing. It's okay to build a campfire, get some stones, put it around, light your fire, get warmed up, right? Get just as close to the fire as you're comfortable, right? Maybe you dipped your toe in the water, you got wet, you didn't like it. We go, we create this fire, we do what is familiar. We stick with what we know. We stick with what we're comfortable doing, right? But it doesn't mean that has to be a permanent decision. This campfire is not a permanent hearth, right? It's temporary. It's just to warm yourself up, spend the night, then keep moving forward with your life. I don't know if this is another relationship. It seems to me like there might be a water sign person involved, because we have this Cancer energy. So we have this connection between these two water cards, the Princess of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So it might be that these two are considering coming together in a relationship and kind of meeting with this new life. This is moving in together. This is starting a life, starting a business together, something like that, starting a family even, okay? The Four of Wands is saying that you don't have to make this decision right now. If you're not feeling comfortable, by all means, don't do it. You know, we have to make sure that we are building the right kind of fire. So maybe we are looking to build that permanent hearth eventually. Maybe that's what we ultimately want. We do see some fire energy here on the path of the serpent at the end, right? We see this fire, but it's a fire that is, you know, built by choice. It's something that we are absolutely certain about. There's no doubt, right? So I'm wondering if this is a bit of a kind of an experiment. Let's try it and see. A little bit of a trial period, a probationary period, right? You know, could be if you're going to start this new job. Well, give it a week. See if you like it. Give it a month or whatever. If this is a relationship, go slow, right? Take your time. Nothing is permanent. You haven't set anything in stone. You haven't signed any papers. So just see how it goes. You can dip your toe in. You can run back to the campfire, get warmed up again, till you're ready to really just completely get in the lake, or not. You don't have to. Now, I don't want you to think that this is necessarily a romantic reading. It doesn't have to be that. I kind of get this feeling with, taking a step into a career path, or taking a step into a course of study, a university kind of thing, you know, or going into business with someone that you are intimately connected with. Maybe that's what's going on here. Maybe this is these two water energies that are considering starting a business together. We've got the Ace of Pentacles here. Could just as easily be a new business venture as it could be a family, as it could be a relationship, building a home together, right? And what we have with the Four of Wands is the same kind of wheel, the same kind of circular energy, see? And that's telling me that, look, we can give it a shot. We can try it. It doesn't mean that it's permanent. It's not written in stone. We're not signing our life away if we just give it a shot, okay? And that's part of us dipping our toe in, right? But I feel that there is there is a need for us to figure out how we really feel about this, because there's some uncertainty here with the emotional aspect of it, right? With the internal kind of psychic, maybe even the intuitive kind of side of things. And I think that's why we see a hanged man here. The hanged man, I think, is doing double duty today, saying, look, you need to dive way deep down inside of yourself and find out, why are you hesitating? Find out how you really feel about all of this. Is this really what you want? Right? Is this what you're connecting with? Does this feel right to you? The hanged man is also here to remind you that, you're going to have to give up something. You're going to have to sacrifice time and energy or effort or whatever it is. You're going to be investing things into this. But if that's what you're clinging to, if that's why you're having this trepidation or hesitation, we need to be aware of that. Something that you need to think about. Is that our only reservation? Right? Is that maybe what we're clinging to? See, this figure is kind of clinging to something. And that's keeping us from moving forward. But I don't know if that's the only reason, right? Because the hanged man is very, very deep water. There's a lot going on there. We don't know why we're in this position kind of between decisions. We're kind of suspended right now until we figure things out. We've got to work on the figuring. Now, in the recent past, in yesterday's energy, we see a 4 of Swords. I kind of feel like the 4 of Swords is the peace and quiet that you had yesterday. Right? This was fine before all of this thing started, before this opportunity came, before you started thinking and worrying about this issue, whatever's going on. It wasn't around. It was peace and calm. You didn't have this to worry about. Yeah. So that might be part of our hesitation too, is that we liked yesterday when I didn't have to worry about all this. This seemed really nice now. And maybe this wasn't super great, but at least it didn't have this kind of worry about it. This kind of stuff going on. We had just a relative peace and quiet. Yeah. But today, what's on the top of our brain is a 5. 5 of Swords, confusion, a diminishing confidence. We're starting to worry, starting to get frustrated. I think we're starting to get a little frustrated with it. And it's just the stress of not really knowing which direction to go. Not really knowing if this opportunity is right for us or what it is that's holding us back. If this is even the future that we want. Because what's right in front of us is this Ace of Pentacles. Is this really what we want? Now, I don't know what this looks like. If this is the new job, if this is a family, if this is a house, a business, if this is just the relationship itself. Whatever this is, it's the new thing that you're kind of not sure if we should be walking towards this. This is the river that we're kind of dipping our toe in, or the lake that we're testing the waters a little bit. We need to know if this is really what we want anyway. Or are there other factors that are influencing you? That's what I'm wondering. Because in general energy down here, we see this 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Discs. There's a financial component. There's some kind of uncertainty here in the financial or physical world. Could be health, could be wealth, could be your fitness or your finances. And I think this is kind of going back to what we said yesterday. Yesterday it was just this 4 of Swords where it was relative peace and calm. Right? Relative. And I say relative because maybe this is still going on. Maybe this is a variable. This is some uncertainty. This is an unpredictable kind of energy that you have. Maybe there are other factors in this, such as what's the decision that's going to be right for you financially, or that's going to be correct for your physical health and well-being. right? These thoughts have to factor into what you're willing to do. Is this Ace of Pentacles going to solve this Five of Pentacles? Are we going to somehow bring this back to a 4? All right, if we take this away, we've got a 4 maybe. Back to relative peace and calm, relative stability, relative just kind of things are settled at least. But if we add this Ace of Pentacles, then we're going to a 6 of Pentacles, and that's successful, that's good, right? That's a restoration of health and wealth. That is a real successful material existence. Successful treatment of your illness or injury, successful investment or return on your investment. I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a medical professional. So this isn't any kind of professional advice. Okay, we're just reading the energy here. But I feel like adding this, and this is probably what our question is, this is what you're asking yourself, is adding this Ace going to fix this Five of Pentacles? Or if we take this away, are we going back to a stable 4, right? I think that's the dilemma that we're trying to overcome. And then, of course, in the environment, we've got this Knight of Cups. This, I think, is the other entity, the other person. This is the opportunity. It's here in the position of your environment, of how you're relating to your environment. So you're connected with this in whatever way, right? Business, personal, private, whatever, platonic, romantic. We're connected here with this. And we're just wondering if this connection is going to be the Ace that solves our 5. Okay? Because I feel like this Knight of Cups, they're bringing you something. They've got something that they're bringing to the table. This could be that Ace of Pentacles. This could be like, hey, I've got this idea for a business, or let's start this relationship, let's start this family, or come work for us over here. Whatever it is, it's an offer, okay? And I see that we're just not sure what to do with it. This is a difficult situation. I think maybe in some ways this is an unexpected opportunity. This can be looked at as a blessing. This Ace of Cups might be exactly what you need to fix this this Ace of Pentacles, excuse me. It might be exactly what you need to fix this Five of Pentacles. Right? And then we could take our Five of Swords back to a Four of Swords. Things can calm down. We don't have the stress and everything is fine. But there's something in this water energy that you're not sure how you feel about it. This is almost unbelievable. Because in some ways I feel like I don't see anything that's really wrong with this picture, you know? I feel like this was an unexpected blessing. This Ace of Pentacles, kind of unexpected, and it caught us off guard. I think that's the issue with it, is that we're not sure. It was too sudden. I need time to sit with this. I need time to kind of feel it out. You need time to explore with this Hanged Man energy. And ask yourself if what you're going to have to give up or what you're going to have to invest or sacrifice is worth it, right? Is it going to be a trade-off that's worthwhile for you? Well, the next card that we see is this Three of Wands. That's in the position of what you don't want. And this is the card of well, honestly, this is kind of the card of doing the right thing. This is the card of having integrity. This is the card of, having a strength of character, a moral compass. I feel like we don't want this because it almost, for some reason, you feel like the right thing for you to do would be to say no. But we don't want to say no. I think maybe that's part of what we're wrestling with. Maybe your higher mind, your conscience, is saying that this is something that you must refuse. This is something that you can't accept for whatever reason, for moral reasons, cultural reasons, right? That somehow it's not something that you feel you should accept. Okay. And that's good. It's good for you to have an understanding of yourself, to know that about you. But I'm wondering with this card if it's something that goes a little deeper. Hanged Man energy. Is this belief that this is something that you must to be, I don't know, polite or traditional or whatever? Is this something you feel you have to refuse, not because you really feel that way, but because it seems like that is what is the socially acceptable or culturally acceptable thing for you to do? So the hanged man might be asking, why do you feel like you have to refuse this? What is it that is influencing you to believe that the right thing, the righteous thing maybe, is to say no to this, when it seems, on paper, it seems like it's going to work? Right? And this, I don't think this has happened before. I don't think this is, I don't think we really know what to do in this kind of situation, especially because we have this Princess of Cups. It feels like this is kind of a new thing. This was unexpected, not something we're really familiar with. So what the tarot is saying, if we look at these energies, the fire is kind of starting here with this Four of Wands, but by the end, this fire is really like, we're saying 4, 3, 2. We're almost at source, right? We're almost at the ace. So we're ending with the Two of Wands, and this is saying, look, you have to take the 4, the temporary manifestation, take it back to a 3, right? What does your gut tell you? What is your instinct, your intuition? What is the right thing to do? What does your moral compass say? We have to move beyond that. We have to try to get to you, your spirit, your source, your decision. Not a cultural decision, not a society says that it's improper, whatever that means. We have to get back to you and what you want, what is right for you. It's your decision. It's your life to direct. So the Two of Wands is saying you have to take ownership of your fire, your destiny, your future, and make a decision for this situation based on what you really feel in your spirit. Not a 4, not a 3, not even this 2, but the ace. Your direct connection with spirit, with who you are, outside of what anybody else tells you, right? Outside of, or beyond, I guess, beyond your own even belief system, your own culture, your own paradigm. You have to transcend all of that. What is it that you really want or need in this situation? What is right for you? Let's look at the mystery card. I wonder if the frog is going to have any important revelations for us today. I would love to see that Ace of Wands. Obviously, that would be pretty perfect right now. But I feel like it's more air. I feel like there's still just this uncertainty. I feel like you're starting to get motivated, but there's still this confusion, this vacillation maybe. Maybe a 7 of Swords, maybe even like an 8 of Swords. No, it's a 5 of Wands, which is good. This is good. This is showing me that you're wrestling with it, that you're trying to fight against whatever this kind of tradition or culture or, the societal norms, whatever it might be, that's convinced you that this is an opportunity you have to refuse. It could just be parents, it could be society, it could be the way you were raised, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. The point is that we're fighting against it. We're wrestling with it. And that might be why we have some of this 5 of Swords stuff too, is because it's like we feel one way, but, our conscience, I don't even think this is our conscience right now. I think that's more of the boundaries that society has set up for us and said, well, you're allowed to be here, you're not allowed to be outside, right? We're starting to wrestle with that. And yes, this isn't getting us any closer to the Ace of Wands, right? We did 2, we did 3, we did 4, now we've got 5. It's kind of, we're sinking deeper into it, but maybe that's what the Hanged Man is really saying. You've got to dive into it. But not diving into the water, necessarily. Not diving into the feeling, but into the fire. And the fire is feeling too, right? The elements aren't rigidly defined like that. This is feeling, but this is a fiery feeling. This is a passion. This is you wanting to get to the bottom of this and figure out how you feel and why you feel the way you feel, and to struggle against any of this energy trying to contain you, really. That's what it's about. Yeah. So I like this as a confirmation card. I wish that we would have something a little bit more simplified, like the Ace, obviously. So I think this is a necessary part of it, going back into this issue with this fire, with kind of like, get mad now, right? Be assertive. Don't just accept it as being what it is, but let's find out why. Let's struggle against it if we need to, right? And maybe it is down in this depth, in the thick of all of this, that we'll find that Ace, that we'll find who we are and what we really want. Yeah. I think this is an unexpected blessing that I think is opening up a big can of worms for you, you know. We're going to go ahead and do an extended Pisces, and I think you should stick around. Just click on the link up there. That'll give you access to every extended reading, not just Pisces, but for every sign. So you can cross-watch, you can check your other placements. Hit the like button, leave a comment. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. I want to thank you for being here, and thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.